Hi, my name is Alyssa Flakowitz, and I'm doing my podcast on first kisses. People have been kissing since the beginning of time. Throughout history, kissing has been a ritual, formal, symbolic, or social gesture indicating devotion, respect, or greeting. No matter how many kisses you've experienced or with however many people, your first kiss tends to be the most memorable or special. Here are some first kiss stories.
Hi, my name's Alexis, and my first kiss was when I was 14 years old. I was going to the beach with this boy that I really liked, and it was summer, and it was really hot, and we were walking to the beach, and I couldn't find him, and all of a sudden I was looking for him because I thought he was behind me, but then I looked forward, and he ran and kissed me, and I was so shocked, and I was so love-struck, and I couldn't stop blushing. So that's the story of my first kiss.
Hi, my name's Christy, and so it was our second date, and we went to Toys R Us because he wanted to buy a gift for his nephew for Christmas, and we were playing with the football, and then we just walked through the electric scooter section, and I was really anxious because I was like, is he gonna kiss me, because I can feel it? And then he just stopped and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and then he kissed me, and that was it. And I was so there were butterflies everywhere.
Hello, my name is Julian, and this is the story of my first kiss. So in pre-K 4, there's this girl, her name was Taylor. She looked like Dora the Explorer. She was really tan, she had short, dark hair, and she had a Dora blanket. And during nap time, I would sneak away and hide behind the toy shelves on our little mats, and she would put the Dora blanket over our heads, and and so we'd wait for the teacher to leave the computer, and then we'd sit there and make out. But one day she pooped herself in class, and so I never talked to her again.
I'm JoJo, and my first kiss was very embarrassing. I was with this boy in middle school, and we went on our first date at the movies, and I was really scared because I knew that the first kiss was coming. And he looked at me and he was like, do you want to kiss? And I was like, well, I've never kissed anyone. And he was like, what? That's surprising. And I was like, yeah. And he leans in and kissed me, and he put his tongue down my throat, and I was very shocked. I did not think that's how my first kiss would go because I was just going for a peck. But it wasn't a bad experience, just an interesting one.
Hey, my name's James Herring, and this is the story of my first kiss. So it was either 10th or 11th grade, and I was dating this girl for 2 or 3 months. And I would go see her in class sometimes. And then one time I texted her, and I was like, hey, come out in the hallway, because I've anticipated a first kiss for forever. So I told her to come out, and we went in this little area between the boys and the girls' bathrooms, by the bathroom or by the lunchroom. And then she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh. And at that point I was just kind of so what do I do now? So I kissed her, and then she kissed me back, and then that was that.
My name is Faith, and this is the story of my first kiss, not including preschool first kisses. So when I was in 7th grade, my best friend had boyfriends over and over and over, and she was like, you should get a boyfriend, and I was like, no, but then she pressured me into it, and I dated this boy for a month, and I didn't speak to him the entire time we were dating. And then all of a sudden one day we're walking down the hallway with my best friend and his best friend, and they were like, oh my god, you guys should kiss. And then I was like, no, that's gross. And then whatever, peer pressure, and so we kissed, and it was just really short, a little peck. And then I went back to class, and all of his friends started making fun of me. They were like, ew, you kissed this kid, that's so gross, his own friends. So I started crying because I was really embarrassed, and then I broke up with him, and I told him I was too embarrassed to date him.
Hi, my name is Bryce. I'm 17 years old, and the story of my first kiss takes place all the way back in preschool. It was about time for playtime at the school, and so we all went outside to the playground, and there was this girl that I had taken a liking to because I thought she was attractive, and that was about the extent of it. Didn't develop any feelings. However, we found each other under the playset midday during recess, and we both kind of looked at each other, and then after that I dove in as if nothing was going to stop me, because I was like, you know what, this is it. this might be the only time I'll ever get to do this. And so, yeah, I mean, I felt pretty different after that, but both of us didn't really know how to react. So we just kind of walked away from each other, and I don't think we ever talk again. So I'm not sure if that was a bad move or a good move to this day still, but no regrets. So yeah, that was the story of my first kiss all the way back in preschool.
Hi, this is Emily Wynn, and this is my story of my first kiss. I was in about 5th grade. I was a part of the safety patrol thing, and I had a boyfriend. So what happened was someone blindfolded me. Well, my friends, my patrol friends, they covered my eyes, and then they said, "Don't look." And so then all of a sudden I just hear a lot of people, and then I open my eyes, and it's my boyfriend and all my friends in a circle around us, and then he gives me a and then he pecks me, and that's my first kiss. Yeah.
Okay, so we had this joke that kisses were like sharts because they were wet, but we hadn't kissed before, obviously. So I was at his house, and he leaned in to kiss me, and I thought he was joking because we had this thing where we would go in front of each other's faces, like we were gonna kiss each other, but we didn't. But he actually kissed me, and I kept going because I didn't know that's what he was doing, and it just felt really weird and really gross. But it was very funny, and it was also very nice, and it was a very good first kiss.
Hey, it's Hannah Rowland, and this is the story of my first kiss, which occurred in 5th grade. After I was rejected from the talent show, and then the teacher made me the MC of the talent show. And for a couple months before this guy who was 14, but he was still in 5th grade, but he was in a special class for people that were held back. He was every time we would pass in the hallway, he'd be like, "Hey, sexy," and I'd be like, "Oh my God, are you talking to me?" And so I definitely had a crush on him. His name was Anthony, and I was emceeing the talent show. It's talent show day now, so I'm emceeing the talent show, and he was allowed to play piano before the talent show. And he came backstage to where I was sitting, and he was like, "Hey," he said, "Hey, little mama," and I said, "Hey, Anthony," and he said, I want to kiss. And I said, "No, I'm okay, I don't really want to kiss you." And he started backing me into the corner of the backstage. And so then he just planted one on me when I was on the corner of the wall, and he stuck his tongue down my throat, and I was like, "Oh, I have mixed feelings, eek." And then he stopped because I had to go announce the next act, and he was like, "You're my girlfriend now." And I was like, "Okay." And then the next week at field day, this girl came up to me, and she was like, "Anthony told me to break up with you because we're dating now." And I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." And then she walked over to where Anthony was, which was really close, and they held hands, and then they walked away together into the sunset.
I'm Nathan, and my first kiss was the summer before freshman year. My girlfriend had invited me over to swim in her pool, and we had swam for a little bit, and then we both looked at each other for a minute, and we kind of both knew it was about to happen, so I leaned in and kissed her, and then we couldn't stop for the rest of the night.
This is Morgan. This is my first kiss story. So I was a kindergartner at Providence, and I kind of had a reputation for being a bad girl, you know what I mean? I wasn't the best kid. Anyways, so there was this guy that me and my alleged best friend at the time both liked, and he chose me, obviously, and she was really, really mad about it. So one day, on the top of the slide, he tried to kiss me, and he did, but I did not start it. And so she saw it, and then my best friend at the time went to my teacher and told her that I tried to kiss the boy, and that I did. And so I got in trouble, and I got put on the fence, and the boy didn't get put on the fence, but I did. So I got so mad because it wasn't even my fault. So I started eating a bunch of grapes from my lunchbox, and I ate so many grapes that I made myself throw up on the playground at the fence. And so my dad had to stop teaching his class because he was a teacher at Providence, and he had to come get me and take me home.
Hi, my name's Jager Hess, and how my first kiss went down was in 7th grade. Me and my friends were playing Truth or Dare, and mainly got to the point where we were all trying to see who would kiss each other and whatnot. So me and another girl were dared to kiss, and we didn't want to at first, and then we kind of just like looked at each other and just kissed, and it was really cheesy, and my face was really red, and it was really embarrassing for me, but it had to happen, you know.
First kisses can be romantic or they can be awkward and embarrassing, but they make for great stories. Leonardo DiCaprio said, "The first kiss I had was the most disgusting thing in my life. The girl injected about a pound of saliva into my mouth, and when I walked away, I had to spit it all out." So if your first kiss left you absolutely mortified, just know that it happens to the best of us. Because gestures like kissing can have different meanings in different cultures, they're often valued differently. So I asked some people if their first kiss was really as important as today's society makes it out to be.
Because I know now I'm going to kiss other people, and it doesn't really matter.
Yes, because you're only going to have one first kiss ever, and it has to be special.
I honestly don't feel that the first kisses are important. The kisses that do are important are the ones that are good.
No, it wasn't as important as society made it out to be.
Why?
I don't know, it just wasn't.
No, because your first kiss is normally bad and you're inexperienced.
This may be why most we people can all agree that your feel first kiss that probably their first your kiss best. was as important as they made it out to be in the moment. No matter good or bad or special or not special, the story of your first kiss will make for a very funny story. This has been Alyssa Flakowitz. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast.